All right, welcome to the channel. We're doing another trade breakdown. I just won a trade at the beginning of this week, right? Like I closed out on Monday, I hit take profit, and I'm gonna show you right now GBP USD. Let me remember to actually make this webcam smaller this time. All right, so you guys can see the chart. All right, so it is on GBP USD. This chart that you see here, this is CAD JPY. Another trade that I'm actually in right now, which by the way is going really, really nicely. I posted this one on my Instagram story on this candle, like as the market was first starting to go there. So very excited and happy about this one because it's doing exactly what I pictured it was going to do. Now on a GBP USD, right here in my community, I talked about GU. So I sent in, I like how GBP USD is setting up for a move down here, right? Like that means like now. Looks like a shift of structure is happening. So I noticed that the market started to shift structure with the formation of lower highs and the fact that it stopped making higher highs and higher lows. This right here is a lower low compared to this one. And this is obviously a lower high compared to this one. So I'm gonna mark it up now on the chart, but just so you guys can see kind of like the before and the after and my thought process about what I was thinking when I was looking to take this trade. So the main confirmation that I was looking for, which I didn't have before entering, but I was looking for it because once I entered in, I knew that if that occurred, then the trade was likely to hit take profit, was that the 2-hour and the 4-hour EMA broke below. So that means that price would start to trade below that moving average, which you see right here. This is the 2-hour time frame. This is when the market, I'm gonna make this in a bright color so you guys can see it. This right here in pink is the moment where price finally started to trade below the moving average. Once that happens, you're good. Like the market is confirmed that it's going to continue to go down. And this is gonna become extremely important with the managing of your trade. Okay, let me make sure this doesn't freeze. All right, we're still good because I'm on my laptop right now. I'm traveling right now in Europe and I'm just doing all of my work on my laptop and it freezes sometimes. OBS is what I'm using, but anyways. So this is gonna become very important because as the market was coming down and I was trying to figure out if I should hold the trade or not, it became very relevant. Because if you see here, like on my Instagram, when I posted a video, I was like, what do you guys think right now? Like, should I close? Should I not close? I already had in my head my plan when I posted this. I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep holding for a little bit longer. And that's what I did. I didn't hold all the way to my take profit. I'll show you guys now where I exited out. But you can see here, I'm not going to, all right, let's see.
After, I can either look to take out profit now or I can keep holding it. What do you think I should do? All right, so I'm still.
Yeah, so basically, I could have either closed out at that point for something above a 1-to-1, or I could have kept holding, and that's exactly what I did. As you see here, you'll see what people said. Hold, keep holding, just keep holding. And obviously I was like, yeah, like good choice, because immediately after I posted this, the market went straight down. Now, why was it so important? Because we're below the moving average. We're below the 2-hour. We can't give suggestions. Yeah, so pretty clear, And see, this guy said right here, it didn't reach your 90% rule. That's actually really good. That means he's paying attention. I have a rule where it's like, if the market gets very close to my take profit, usually between 90% or like 80, 85 to 90% of my full take profit, then I give myself the okay to exit out of the trade. But that didn't really happen there. So you see, like it got close, but not that close. So what I ended up doing was I closed out around here when it came down because, I didn't want to be greedy. I wanted to just take out my profit. I got out somewhere around like 850, I think it was, on the price level. Not a bad area to get out of because I still caught a profit that for me is sufficient and it's plenty of profit that I wanted, especially based on my risk on this. My risk was half of what I got in profit. So yeah, that was how it played out. Also, let me see if I can show you guys here on a free Telegram group that I have. I think it should be linked in the description below this video. I haven't been as consistent on here as I should have been, but that's because whatever. That's because I already post on my stories all the time the setups that I'm looking at. So if you guys want to know more about like up to date, like real, just follow me on Instagram because you can see my stories on there. But I'm on a winning streak right now. Let's see. So this was my second win in the winning streak. So like, I guess, let's see, where is the first one? All right, so this was the first one, USD CHF. And this was at the beginning of the year. This was one of my first trades of the year. I think I lost a trade in the beginning, but this is one of the first trades this is a second trade out of the year, I'm pretty sure. And it was a win. And then this one was a win. And the reason why I'm showing you guys this and the reason why this is valuable, it's not for me to say like, oh, I'm just winning all the time and blah, blah. No, and that's not even the reality of trading. The reality of trading is you're going to have losses. But the reason why I want to show this to you guys is because I think you can benefit from seeing and looking at these patterns and getting used to them. Because the more you can get used to the winning patterns, the more you can just keep replicating it. So this was the second one. Notice the same, very similar similarity. This is on the 1 hour chart. So if you go up a time frame, the moving average actually looks even better. And it looks like it was a perfect resistance to price. That was the second win on Euro NZD. The third one, it was a win because I closed out in profit, but it never actually hit my full take profit. I closed out inside of this consolidation here for about a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. But that's still a win. I still made money on that trade. And the entry still went in profit. So that's what matters. And now my most recent trade, I guess I didn't update here that this was my fourth win in a row, GBP USD. I said I'm out, and it did end up hitting my full take profit, so I could have made more on it, but I closed out there. So let's get into a little bit more of the breakdown about why I took this trade and why it made so much sense. First thing I'm gonna do is put the number 1 here, and then I'm gonna copy, paste it, and put the number 2 right here. Because the number 1, let me make sure it's not frozen. All right, we're good. This number 1 is the first lower high. This number 2 is the second official lower high. You could consider that wick to be a lower high, sure. But there's a very specific reason why that number 2 is the lower high and not this wick right here. And the reason for that is because the market came down and took out this low to the left, which makes this an official swing of the market. That's a swing low. And that's actually a lower low as well. But we're just going to focus on the lower highs here because they're more obvious. They're more like to the point where you could draw a trend line and see what I'm seeing. So because you have those 2 lower highs, that's what confirms the shift of structure. From here, you can start to look for sells. All you simply want to do for a sell is wait for the market to pull back. Obviously, entered in there, we had some drawdown. Someone said here, their stop loss got hit. I was like, where'd you place yours? Because mine didn't get hit, not even close. You can see here how far the stop loss was from price. Well, okay, 10 pips, I guess it did get pretty close, but it was still 10 pips. And basically here, I was like, not at all, bro. Like I'm running very well in profit. Where did you catch your entry? So yeah, I mean, you can see here, people did look at that same opportunity. But the point here was that the entry itself had some drawdown. So it wasn't like a picture perfect trade, but it was still a really good trade. And then the market, of course, continues down because once we break below the 2-hour EMA, it's likely to continue. And that's exactly what happened. Then the market pulled back. That's when I made my Instagram video at that crucial point, right? Because I was thinking here, I don't know, maybe I should close out, but not really because we're still below and we're still following structure. Of course, the market is going to pull back. This is normal. Of course, the market is going to make a pullback. Don't get scared just because the market pulls back. That's going to happen. What, you think the market is always going to go straight down? No. It might do that for the first initial leg of the movement, but it's likely gonna pull back and then continue in your direction, especially if you caught the move at the beginning of a trend, which is why I'm starting to trade these shift of structures so much, because it puts you in such a good position to win because it's the beginning of a trend. I can't explain to you how much more risky it is to enter in a trade here at this point in the market structure after the market has already been bullish for days and days compared to entering in right at the point where the shift of structure is confirmed and a new trend is being established. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys because it's very crucial. Because of that, I'm more confident in allowing the trade to just do its thing, continue down, and I ended up just closing out because I was pretty satisfied with the profits at that point. So yeah, I mean, what do you want to see? Okay, let's take a look. Let's see if there's any information here. Daily time frame, it almost looks like you're fighting the trend, but what you have to realize is on the daily time frame, what matters the most is the past couple of candles. The only exception of this is if you're entering in a major area of support or resistance, then it matters further back. But when it comes to price action, what matters is usually the past 5 candles. What do we have? The market attempted to go higher. It stopped going higher. 2 indecision candles. And then 1 strong bearish candle, which is the one that we were trading as it was starting to trade below the 2 indecision candle lows. Pretty good price action on the daily time frame. I'm not going to look at the weekly on this pair because it's not that relevant. Here on the 4-hour time frame, this is where we have structure, and on the 2-hour time frame, it looks even cleaner because you get to see more detail, and it's right in between that 1 hour and that 4 hour. So hopefully this trade makes sense to you guys. For me, it's so textbook, and all of my trades are starting to look the same, and it's honestly starting to become like magic. Even this one that I took last year, right? The market was going bullish. You go down, right? The market goes down, bounces off of the EMA. Hopefully you guys can even see this right now because I know my screen might not capture the full thing, but just follow my mouse right here. Market comes down, bounces here, tries to go higher, fails, rejection, but we're still above the EMA, so we can't sell, and we still don't have 2 lower highs. Then it comes down, whatever comes down, and then eventually now we have 2 lower highs. We have this one. This is the first official lower high. And then we have this one, which was my entry point. And then the market, oh, look at that, hits take profit because it's at the start of a trend. This is also a head and shoulders pattern. So the fact that all of my trades are starting to look the same, this was a potential trade that I could have taken, which I didn't get an entry on, looks exactly the same, but to the opposite side. The market goes down, bearish, bearish, bearish. Oh, would you look at that? We stop forming lower highs. We go up. That would have been perfect if it pulled back here. That would have been the best buy ever. And then boom, you have your full take profit getting hit, which I specifically chose that area because I knew that was an area where the market was likely to go. Just based on the structure on the 4-hour time frame. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that little trade breakdown. I'm already in another trade. I feel like this is crazy. The first week of my trip, I'm already on my second week or like more than my second week here in Europe. I'm traveling through Spain right now. I feel like my first week, I was still getting used to like the new time zone. And I was like, oh, it's kind of hard to find trades. But now that it feels almost like, I'm more like stable. I've been finding these winning trades like back to back. Like this is gonna be the 3rd one in the past like 7 or 8 days. So this is gonna be crazy if this one as well hits take profit. Maybe I'll make a trade breakdown on that one. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.